Here's the tea. You've been managing projects your whole life and you just didn't know it. What's up YouTube? I'm Jada, a senior IT project manager, and on this channel we're going to talk all things project management. Today I'm going to show you how to recognize your PM skills, how to use them, and how to level up your career. Skill number 1 is planning. Understanding what needs to happen, when it needs to happen by, and what order it should happen in. And that's the basis of planning. The basis of planning, many people do it every day and we just don't even realize it. Think about it. Think about a time where you might have broken something down into steps because it feels overwhelming. But categorizing that activity into smaller chunks to make it easier to manage, to make it easier to follow, that is the basis of planning. And we do it every day without even recognizing it. Skill number 2 is one of the biggest skills that you could possess as a project manager, and that is the ability to communicate. Project management is the art of managing people, but also in managing people, you have to know how to communicate, how to convey a message, and how to ensure that the team has the information that they need to carry out the work. So if you have ever been someone who has sent out reminders to the team or who has asked for clarification on expectations, you are already acting as a project manager. Skill number 3 is an underrated skill that I don't think is talked about very often, and it's the ability to track progress. And tracking progress does not mean micromanagement. Now let me say that again. Tracking progress is not micromanaging the project or your team. So what do I mean by that? Tracking progress doesn't mean checking in with your team every day, sending them Teams messages around the clock to make sure that the work is getting done. No, tracking progress is understanding when something is not going as planned. That can happen in a lot of different ways. In the status update meetings, you recognize that week after week this one item isn't moving. And so project management is stepping in and noticing that, okay, this has been a pattern. Every week this person has the same update or the same status. So maybe that's meeting one-on-one with that person to understand if there is something that's blocking them from moving this task along. Tracking progress is the ability to see a problem before it really becomes a problem. And skill number 4 is the real flex, delivery. Delivery it can show up in a lot of different ways, right? But an example of delivery that's by noticing a deadline slipping or a deadline quickly approaching and adjusting your team in a way that is productive toward meeting that deadline that felt like it was slipping. So if you consistently deliver projects, right? If you're consistent with your delivery, people begin to trust you. People know that if this person is on the team, I know that the work is going to get done. And trust ultimately is the biggest currency in project management. So if you consistently deliver, you consistently show up, people know that if Jada's on the team or if you're on the team, this is going to get done. You are already doing project management. Let's bring it all together. If you're already planning, communicating, tracking progress, and delivering, you're already doing project management. Let's pause. I want you to stop downplaying your skill set and recognize that the skills that you have bring value to teams. The moment that we recognize the value that we bring to teams is the moment that we begin to level up in our careers, because we already know in our minds who we are, what value we bring, and that is the start of something great, because it starts with the mind. It starts with the mindset. It starts with knowing that I have a skill. I am passionate about this skill. I am really great at this skill, and no one can take that away from you. be talking about how to talk about your skills in interviews to land your first role, how to write your resume to really highlight and leverage those skills that you already possess. And I'll just be talking about all things project management. You name it, I'll talk about it. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. You might feel like this is a whole new skill set. This is a whole new industry. How do I position myself to jump into this space? And so that's what I'll be talking about in the next videos, and I'm so excited about it. I have some great things in the works coming up. So if this video helped you to see yourself in a different light, please like this video. That helps YouTube to understand that this content is worth pushing. If you also enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be giving you the real deal spiel on project management. I'll be talking all things projects. That is the most exciting thing that I look forward to in my future videos, is giving those realistic tips and just being your partner as you think about transitioning into project management or just want to learn more about the industry. And last but not least, who's the one who always makes sure things are getting done? If that's you, comment that's me below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.